Judy Hensler. Yikes, I think we all knew someone like this little Miss Smarty Pants pain in the rear when we were growing up. As I think back, without fail, every single year when I was at West Bountiful Elementary, there was someone, usually a girl, but not always, who seemed to take a smidgen, a whole lot of delight in the misery of others. The actress who played Judy, Jeri Weil, isn't like her at all, in fact. Not one bit. Give me a few minutes and I'll do what I can to tell you what has happened to Jeri since leaving It To Beaver. So before I get too far into this video, I've got to say that I've done other videos where I've said that the actor or actress simply walked away, and 100% of the time that is true. However, there are those who mostly walk away from the industry, and then there are those that completely forsake everything about it. And in my opinion, Jeri fits into the latter category. For the first 3 seasons of It To Beaver, Jeri appeared in more than 30 episodes to torment Theodore Cleaver and her other classmates. Like I said, Judy was the class tattletale. But she was more. She was a catalyst for trouble. Way more than Larry and Whitey, if you ask me. By the way, I've got to mention the looks on Larry's face in these photos. That guy was the best. He truly was, and when Rusty Stevens left, approximately the same time as Jeri, there was a void that the show was never truly able to fill. I think I also have got to mention that I'm not sure why, but Judy Hensler always reminded me of the comic book character Little Lulu. Although I would argue that Lulu had a much more pleasant temperament than Judy. Maybe it was just that they were kind of similar in appearance. So anyway, Jeri admits that after she and the show parted ways, she really didn't have much of a plan at all. Part of her reason for leaving the show was that she was maturing rather quickly, and she detested many of the things that the wardrobe and makeup people wanted to do to make her appear younger. From everything that I can tell, it was all just way too much, and Jeri simply chose to, well, like I said, walk away. No more acting. She just couldn't, or better stated, she wouldn't play their game. And because actors and actresses back then got next to nothing in the form of residuals, Jeri needed to find work. And so, at the behest of her mother, who was a realtor, she joined her and became part of a very successful realty group. I've got to believe that being a realtor not only provided Jeri with a livelihood and a decent income, but also allowed her to feel like she was doing something good, helping people navigate the choppy waters of buying and selling homes. The years passed by, and Jeri rarely thought about Hollywood and the friends that she'd left behind. Every once in a while she would run into someone like Jerry Mathers or Tony Dow, and they would reconnect. But more often, she would simply hear about her former co-workers the same way that we all do through the various news outlets. And then, not too long ago, a guy named Edward Torchy Smith reached out to Jeri for an interview. As Torchy asked Jeri questions, it became clear that she was really far removed from the industry. That life, the life of a young girl who was plucked off the streets by a casting agent while shopping with her mother, well, that life had been compartmentalized and tucked away. That's not to say that Jeri was remorseful, resentful, or had any kind of regrets. In fact, she was quite the opposite. It was clear that she was happy and content with the life after Beaver that she had led. While Torchy was interviewing Jeri, they talked about autograph signing events, one in particular that Jeri had been invited to attend, and Torchy, being the kind of guy that he is, offered to assist her and help her out as her handler if she decided to participate. And after a certain amount of reflection, Jeri did decide to attend the event, and she was overwhelmed by the sheer number of fans who remembered her and wanted her autograph. She also enjoyed reconnecting with Jeri and Tony, who had autograph signing tables next to hers. Jeri has thought about writing an autobiography, but hasn't gotten around to it yet. I, for one, would love to read about Jeri's life. It seems like a life well lived, a life so very distinct and different from the character that she played well over a half-century ago. And as long as we're talking about Jeri, I've got to hand it to Edward Torchy Smith and give this guy a plug. His interviews with TV and movie stars from years gone by are a ton of fun to listen to. I'll post a link to his Baby Boomers Talk Radio website. It's well worth a visit. I can almost guarantee that there will be a handful of interviews that you will want to listen to. So that's it. One last picture. Dang, that girl was a pain in the rear. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section, and while you're at it, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and what the heck, why not subscribe to the channel? I talk about music, movies, and television, mostly from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.